hazardous materials requires constant vigilance. Between tracking diverse chemical inventories and shifting safety standards, a single oversight can compromise your entire team's safety. To manage this complexity, we are going to build a structured system. We'll walk through 5 specific steps to ensure your facility meets every WHMIS standard and is prepared for any official safety inspection. Before starting the process, gather your foundational materials. You will need your master chemical list, current trading logs, physical binders, access to secure digital storage, and blank WHMIS labels. Organizing these elements beforehand changes how you handle compliance. It removes the friction from the process, allowing you to verify your safety measures with confidence rather than searching for misplaced paperwork. Step 1 is establishing a centralized record-keeping hub. This system must exist in both physical and digital formats to ensure the data is accessible to safety officers or inspectors at a moment's notice. This diagram shows the 5 categories you must maintain: safety data sheets, product inventories, employee training records, hazard assessments, and incident reports. These files follow WHMIS retention periods, staying in your system long after a chemical is used or training is completed. Problems often arise when physical binders and digital servers do not match. Disconnected records create gaps that are easily identified during a formal audit. A mirrored central index ensures that your digital files and physical folders are identical. This symmetry provides the proof needed to show your program is complete. Step 2 requires a physical floor inventory. Walk your facility and log the name, quantity, location, and hazard class for every chemical. Every chemical found during your walk must have a corresponding safety data sheet. These sheets must be available to employees in both hard copy and electronic formats. This chart highlights a common compliance trap: outdated information. You must cross-reference your internal sheets against supplier updates to ensure you have the most recent hazard classifications. When a new chemical is introduced, you must obtain the safety data sheet immediately and communicate the specific hazards to all staff members who may work with the material. This continuous assessment prevents undocumented hazards from entering the workplace, keeping your inventory list accurate and your team informed. Step 3 focuses on identification. Every hazardous product must display a clear, WHMIS-compliant label. A compliant label includes 4 key elements: the product identifier, hazard pictograms, precautionary statements for safe handling, and the supplier's information. If a label becomes damaged, illegible, or is missing entirely, you must take immediate corrective action by applying a new, accurate workplace label. Accurate labeling is the primary line of defense for staff. It ensures that anyone who encounters a substance knows exactly what it is and exactly how to handle it safely. Step number 4 is your internal review. Conduct a mock audit to test your system before a regulatory inspector arrives. Start by checking your program against current regulations, such as GHS updates. Use this time to update your hazard assessments to reflect any changes in your workplace processes. Communicate with your team about the mock audit. This encourages all employees to participate in the safety process and report any concerns they have noticed on the floor. During the site walk, verify SDS folders are accessible, check physical labels, and ensure training logs are updated for every active employee. You must document every gap you find. No matter how small the deficiency, it needs to be recorded for correction. Identifying these issues during a mock audit allows you to resolve them internally, which prevents official citations and addresses potential risks before they lead to an incident. Step 5 is the execution of your corrective action plan based on the findings from your mock audit. Assess the findings to determine why the gaps occurred. Prioritize your actions by addressing the most significant safety risks first. As shown in this checklist, you must assign specific responsibilities, set deadlines, and document every action taken to close the gap. After the work is finished, conduct a verification check. You must prove that the corrective action has permanently resolved the deficiency. Compliance is only achieved when the loop is closed. Documenting the resolution is just as important as identifying the problem. Your WHMIS system is now complete. You have established centralized documentation, a verified inventory, and a routine for auditing and correcting safety issues. With these 5 steps in place, you are prepared to navigate a WHMIS inspection with the evidence needed to demonstrate full compliance. Maintaining this methodical system satisfies regulatory requirements and supports the health and safety of every worker in the facility.